Hi, we're here with Amersham.
You ready?
How's you?
Are you rolling?
Yep.
Great, guys. Hi, welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to Inntertainment Webcast. We're
It's
very
great.
happy to have you here today.
It's great to be here, I must say.
Fabulous. Amersham. We
Yeah,
have
hey.
been live. Fabulous, fabulous. So this connection that happened between you guys way back at Parktown School, you know, it's astounding. I mean, all those years back, was it a musical one, personality?
Well,
What
we
was
hate
it?
each other.
So it was definitely musical.
Definitely musical.
Definitely musical. So what happened way back then? I mean, what inspired you to actually take it further, this dream about music and a band together?
It's a very strange question, because even like now we question what exactly is going on still. I mean, we've been doing it now for 10 years, this dream. And it's the more, it comes to life, the more it's like confusing. But I think the initial thing was the fact that we both understood music together in just one way, that there was a connection some way. And that was like, wow, this is really cool. And from there we just started writing songs.
That was one of the first things we did when we first met, was just started singing straight away. It was really cool, wasn't it?
Oh, very weird.
So
Very
did
weird.
you ever kind of dream that this would happen to you? Did you have any kind of aspirations as to a future in music?
That's all we wanted. I think we'd be very bad at anything else if we tried it. And because from such a young age, from meeting each other, it was in our heads from the word go. So I don't think we've ever thought about anything else. So I think if it wasn't this, I don't know what it'd be. And thank God it's worked out for us.
People have actually described your huge rise to success with stretch marks on their faces. I mean, people they can't believe this. What do you actually attribute this to?
I think the unity of myself and Adam, the fact that we've stuck it out, obviously. But recently, the last 2 years, the drummer Tim Trotter, who joined, he was just another connection, like another Lego piece. Was like, okay, this is definitely another piece that's going to work. And then Mark Bensel, who joined on guitar last year October when we finished recording the EP Pickled. And that was like the puzzle. This is it. This is just what works so well. And we just went for it as fast as we're going now.
So you're saying there's almost this combination of soulful connection is what worked for you guys, as opposed to the music formula itself? You believe that?
I think that's what made the music so strong, is because of our connection. And that's why when we're writing, it was so important for us to find another two people that had the same kind of direction that Nathan and I did. And that's why now, meeting Mark Mark joined the band, our guitarist, about a year ago. And meeting him was just the final puzzle, like Nathan said, and its final piece. And it's so important for us to carry on and keep doing that and keep the bond. And we're all very good friends, which is important as well.
We've had different members in the band over the last few years. And
About 3 million guitarists.
A couple of drummers and things. And one of the things that, like you say, it's the soul thing, I think, the friendship thing. And that's what's going now.
I mean, I think that all your fans are a little confused. We all thought that it was your bodies and your attitude all this time,
Well, our bodies have got a lot to do with it. And at the end of this, we'll actually take all our clothes off and show you.
Fabulous.
Well, we're going to start like one button.
Yeah,
now.
as the interview goes on.
I'm starting, there we go.
Okay.
Marvellous, there we go. So, what I really want to know is, were you discovered, or did you actually plan this out for yourself? Was this something that you really worked hard at doing to get a record deal together?
It was a bit of a mistake, because we were trying very hard at the time to get a record deal. We were going around to all the record companies with our little demo tape, which must have sounded horrendous. But we took it everywhere. I remember driving around that day to Gallo and just dropping it off at the reception or whatever. And we were actually, the guy that was managing us at the time, a guy called Julian von Plato, he was involved in this little project called Voices for Victory, which was a charity thing, a CD compilation of unsigned bands. And we were part of that compilation, and we recorded it downstairs from the BMG studios. And one of the guys from BMG came down and had a listen, and the only song he actually liked was our song. And that's how we actually first got in contact with BMG.
It's actually funny because, I mean, a lot of people attribute your discovery to your charity concerts and your benefits that you used to do. And in fact say that that was that kind of spiritual, soulful awakening. Is, hold on a minute, someone out there actually cares. Do you think that that has any kind of measure as far as your success is concerned?
Never thought about it like that. The fact that the CD was a charity CD. Interesting. It's only more recently, we've done a lot of benefit concerts in the past, but it's only more recently that we've actually got recognition for it as far as we're sort of aware. Recently we did one at a school last week, and there was press there and everything like that, and it's never been like that. So
it's actually, to me, it's very uncomfortable, that whole we do it for a reason, we do it for our own reasons, we don't do it for publicity or whatever you like. And it actually, at the gig that Nathan's talking about, it was very strange. We did it, the concert was for a guy that was paralyzed. He was body surfing, and he caught a wave and he was paralyzed. He was also in a band. He used to come and watch us, and the doctor said he'll never walk again and all the rest of it. And now he came to the gig on Friday, this gig at his school, in a wheelchair, and he's moving both of his arms now, which was great, and he's really doing well now. And it was very strange for me to sort of pose in a photograph for the press standing next to this guy in a wheelchair.
Not sort trying to smile.
Hi, look, we're helping
it's
him
not
out in
like
this.
that, you know?
Yeah, it's very weird that.
So maybe that really is the essential element, that it's actually coming from the heart and that it's not just for publicity. And maybe that's what's so appealing about you guys and so different, is that here is a band out there who are rock and yet appeal to the general public. But do you think that that might be something?
It's difficult, I suppose, to analyse ourselves like that. So if you see what's been happening and you say, well, this could be one of the reasons or whatever, then it's probably more of an analysis of the whole Amersham trip.
I mean, because one has to really look at why it is that Amersham has actually succeeded in the South African local market. Because it's not easy to break into the market. I mean, the South African music industry is really quite confined. Do you think that it was quite difficult, or do you think that other bands have a very difficult time? How do you feel about the industry?
One of the things I think that we always wanted to do this. We've met a lot of people who say, yeah, I dig playing in a band and blah, 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 but they're studying on the side. We didn't do anything during the day except write and or sleep.
Mostly sleep.
And this was just something that we've always wanted to do. And also along the way, getting signed to BMG was definitely a very good move, because they are the best company in South Africa. Definitely. They work hard, they have the right vision for the South African thing. There's a certain way of doing things in this country and a certain way of doing things in other countries. And they've definitely hit the jackpot of how to do it properly in South Africa. And then meeting the right musicians and being lucky at the time where Mark was actually leaving Little Sister. And it was like, wow, crikey, and just little things that just happen. Hard work, luck, play.
But I think, that's all very true, Nathan.
Thanks, Ed.
I think at the end of the day, though, the music does talk. The music was what broke us into the industry in the first place. With this first song we had on that.
Nice point there, Adam.
Yeah, Voices for Victory.
Pop.
Do you remember the song Dream of Me?
Mm-hmm.
That song. That got to number
17
on the national charts. And that was sort of, for us, that was right at the beginning of the whole Amersham thing, where all of a sudden we did have 4 guys that were doing it, and now we got a chance to get a song onto CD. And all of a sudden it was on the radio doing really well, and that was like, what? We were all of a sudden a recognised band rather than a band playing at clubs. All of a sudden people knew us as Amersham. Oh, we've heard you on the radio. And that's when it all changed. That's when people started seeing us as Amersham.